If you want to maximize your length retention and growth while your hair is in protective styles, then you need to watch this video to the end because I'll be sharing with you tips that will help with length retention and hair growth while your hair is in mini braids, mini twists, cornrows, or any other protective styles. I'll also show you how I get clean parts without any gel or product, okay? Welcome and welcome back to my channel. So my hair is somewhat braid sectioned. I returned the parts from my last cornrows. I've been washing, deep conditioning, moisturizing my hair with the parts intact, and it has helped me a lot. So I'm going to start off by talking about the hair growth and length retention tips, and some part of this video is dedicated to giving you a detailed mini braid tutorial, so you don't have to worry about the speed of this part, okay? The first tip that will help you with length retention and hair growth is to always prepare your hair before a protective style. And what I mean by preparing your hair is washing your hair and scalp, making sure you follow up with a deep conditioner, preferably a protein deep conditioner, especially if you're going to blow dry your hair or apply any other form of heat. Also make sure you moisturize and seal in the moisture before you install the protective style. The second tip that will help you maximize your hair growth and length retention is to avoid using heavy products like molding gels, hair wax, edge controls, and so on your hair and scalp, especially if you intend to keep the protective style in for a long period of time. This is because most of these gels can be really drying to your hair and also won't let moisture penetrate your hair strands, and in the end you're not going to retain any length because dry hair equals to hair breakage. Also, these products can clog your pores, and if you have any existing scalp conditions like dandruff and so on, it's just going to make it worse. You can get away with using the styling products if you are only going to keep your protective style in for a couple of days or a week. The third tip is to avoid tight hairstyles, especially around your edges, because it's just going to lead to more breakage and hair shedding. The fourth tip is to wash your hair every 2 weeks or at most once a month. Also make sure you try to re-moisturize and seal in the moisture as often as you can. Another tip is to always protect your hair at night with either a satin or silk bonnet or scarf. Something else you can do is to switch out your pillowcase to satin as opposed to cotton pillowcase, as that will strip your hair of moisture. And during the day, also try to protect your ends. Make sure your clothes are not dragging or snagging your ends out. Personally, my hair is always tucked into a bun most of the time, and the few times I let my hair down is when I'm wearing off-shoulder tops or dresses. Anyways, this is the second day of installing this mini braids, and this is how far I have come. And you guys take a look at my hair, how shiny and bouncy my hair is, and this is as a result of the Amla hair mask I talked about in my previous video. If you've not seen that video, go check it out. I like to start by creating clean parts using my rattle tooth comb. Then I gently separate the section out with my hands. Then I proceed to move the section I wouldn't be braiding to the side, as you can see me doing in the video. Afterwards, the next step is to divide the section into 3 equal parts. Then hold 2 of the sections in your right hand and the third section in your left hand. Then use your index finger to go under the middle section and grab the top section, as you can see me doing. Once I remove my left hand, I use it to do the sweeping motion you can see in the video, and this will help you create or get clean parts. Then use your left hand to grab the middle section and bring your hand down. Then use the middle finger or index finger of your left hand to go down under the middle braid and grab the third section. Then your right hand is free. Then you can use it to sweep away any hair that is not supposed to be in that section, okay? You're going to continue this hand movement of crossing the hair sections over each other as you go. And the reason for the hand placement on your hair like this when you're starting the braid is to get a firm grip at the roots. Then once you braid like 5 steps away from the roots, you can switch your hand this way. Then continue crossing the sections or braiding all the way down. I'll explain the process for gripping the roots once again in case you didn't get it. So I continued the braiding all the way down to the ends of my hair, and I occasionally apply leave-in conditioner to my hands to ease the friction, okay? And once I get to the ends of my hair, I twist and apply leave-in conditioner and follow up with shea butter. So once again, to start a section, I use my rattle tooth comb to create the part. Then I gently move in with my hand to separate the section. Okay, and once I am done with that, I put away the section I won't be working with to the side. Then I proceed to gently finger comb or get out the tangles and shed hairs and all of that from my hair with my hands. Then afterwards, I'm going to split my hair into three parts. Then hold two of the sections in one of your hand, your left hand or your right hand, anyone. While holding the right side with my right hand, I'm going to pass my index finger of my right hand under the middle section and grab the left section as you can see me doing. Then once your left hand is free, try to create this sweeping hand motion on your hair just to get out any hair that is not supposed to be in this particular section. Then using your left hand, grab the middle section of your hair, bring your hand downwards as you can see me doing in the video, then pass the index finger of your left hand under and grab the right section of your hair. Now use your right hand to grab the left section and just continue this particular crossing of the sections. Okay, and the reason for this sweeping hand motion you see me doing is to get clean pads. When you experience hair shedding, after some time the hair follicles where the hair fell from will generate new hair strands, and these new hair strands will obviously be shorter than the already existing hair. So when you use gels and waxes to part, it helps to sweep these new hair strands in place or position. But since we're not using any wax or gel, this sweeping hand motion helps even though it doesn't get the work done as well as the gels do. Okay, you will notice that the front section of my hair is not tightly braided and I didn't part the roots into smaller size like that. This is because I experienced a lot of breakage and shedding here, and the hair in this front section is also thin compared to the most part of my hair, so I didn't part it to match other sections, because whenever I part it into really small sections I experience the most breakage and shedding. Also notice that I'm not pulling my edges tightly, and this is something you should also look out for, especially if you're adding extensions to your hair. Make sure you're not braiding small sections of your hair with big extensions. If not, it is going to cause a lot of tension to that section and result to hair breakage and shedding. Notice how the front sections of braids are thin even though I parted the roots big size. Something else I started doing that has helped my hair is oiling my scalp once a week and following up with scalp massages, and this has really helped my hair. And as someone that is on a journey to growing longer healthier hair and also regrowing my edges, it has been a game changer. And also make sure that when you are oiling your scalp that you're using the right oils that won't clog your pores and result to product buildup on your scalp. Okay, if you have any hair growth tip or length retention tip that has been helping your hair thrive, please share with us in the comment section. And notice how thin this front section of my hair is compared to other strands of my hair. Installing those mini braids took 2 days, and my hair wasn't this long the last time I installed mini braids, so it took a shorter amount of time. So if you want longer hair and you're like me who does her hair most of the time, then you need to think about it. Like, just know that it's going to be extra work for you. Okay, and yeah, I know that most of my parts are not well parted or even. Okay, but I just didn't want to spend more time trying to redo what I already did. You also notice that I'm braiding my hair all the way down to the ends. I'm just twisting a little bit of the ends. Okay, this is because I want to wear this mini braids for long. I'm going to wash my hair, deep condition, moisturize and do everything while my hair is in this mini braids. I don't know how long I intend to wear it. Okay, at this point the one of the strands was too short. Okay, so I had to separate some hair from the other side and join, which is something I do not like to do. I just feel like it might make the takedown process more difficult for me, and yeah, I always have takedowns in mind whenever I'm installing a protective style because I do not want to end up with something that will frustrate me and take all the time in the world. Something else I do whenever I have my hair in mini braids or mini twists is trimming my hair. Once I notice my ends are tangling and knotting, I go ahead to trim each individual braid or twist. Also notice that I'm not braiding closely or tightly, especially towards the ends of my hair. This also helps me doing takedowns. And I feel like whenever I'm going to rebraid this many braids, I'm going to opt for loose twists like those fluffy ones. And just take a look at how beautiful the mini braids are coming up. And the beautiful thing about this is that there is no tension or stress on my scalp or edges. I somehow wasn't able to see that the middle part wasn't centered until I was done with the entire mini braids. And if you're someone that braids your own hair, this three-way mirror will really help with parting your hair. So once I was satisfied with the middle part, I went ahead to twist the other section and set it aside. I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm not combing my hair with any comb or hair tool. I'm just using my hands. Reason being that this few days before braiding my hair, I have detangled my hair thoroughly with my white tooth comb, and I also had to comb out the hair marks particles from my hair. So my hair is properly detangled. So my hands are more than enough to get out any shed hair or tangles I might have. So another tip is to minimize the use of combs and other hair tools. Just use them on wash days and when you detangle your hair, okay?
That I left unsaid. I can almost feel you walking in the distance, but I know that it's not reality. If you were echoing around inside these parallel dimensions all alone, now I'll find you in my dreams.
And finally, I am done with this mini braids installation. Thank you so much for watching if you watched up to this part, and make sure you give this video a huge thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you've not already subscribed. Bye.